Welcome to the Certificate Introduction to Behavior Support. This program really provides the foundations and the essentials that you need to understand and to put into practice for implementation of behavior support in everyday life. The program will provide introductory explanations and context and definitions, and also core values, beliefs, and attitudes that are really quite important to practice positive behavior and holistic behavior support in everyday life. Awakening Your Ability at Ability Academy Australia is all about adult learning principles and practices. This means that your learning is in your control and in your hands. You make the choices as to how deeply you go or how surface you want to skim in terms of the information and your engagement with that. Each of the pages requires you to sign off, basically, when you feel that you've completed that work. We encourage you to watch all of the videos, to read all of the pages, to engage with the links and other readings or resources that are provided, and to do your own research and take some time to reflect, to begin the process of using a personal and professional journal to keep your journal and recording your thoughts and impressions and questions and investigations, and to gauge your learning for yourself in the sense that our learning is cumulative and happens over time and goes in spirals. The spiral of learning can be about going over similar material again and again to get it into our system, into our way of thinking, into our way of life, and into our practice. And each time we make that circle that goes into a spiral with some depth, it changes and transmutes and becomes more a part of who we are. And our values evolve and change and grow over time. This enables the acquisition of skills, the application of skills. Skills become applicable when they make sense and are part of our life. This is a process and it takes time. We encourage you to give yourself time in the program and proceed with caution and with haste. Learning is a process that takes time, but you also want to complete your program in a timely way. And maybe you can come back afterwards and reread and retouch those various parts of the program that you found really interesting. Thank you so much. These learning principles are so important, and we want to encourage you on that journey. Just to focus in a little bit more, the program is divided into 7 sections. That is, this particular certificate is divided into 7 sections. The first is the essentials, which includes your program outcomes and key definitions. And you really want to take a little bit of time to get this material into your brain and reflect on it a little bit. We really encourage you to start a journaling process, as we'll discuss more as we go along. The next section looks at life-changing skills, journaling, and case portfolio. And here we do a deep dive into these essential personal development, personal growth, and professional growth and integrity type skills. These skills enable us to engage with self-reflection and learning processes that are essential to personal growth and to professional development. Then we look at skills of reflexivity. Reflexivity is a really key area that we want you to understand because it's really actually essential, really essential within a positive and proactive and holistic and person-centered approach to implementing behavior support in everyday life. Essential skills. Then we provide the resources for the course, and in a sense, these come at this stage because we wanted to give you time to get some of the foundational skills in place. And then you can look at some of the resources, the PDFs and materials that are helpful to study and to understand when you're looking at person-centered and proactive and positive behavior support. Then we look at international standards, and this section is fairly robust, and there's a lot to get your head around here. Then we do another deep dive into the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. This is an essential and foundational document that defines international and national standards and approaches and skills and capacities that we engage with every day in behavior support. And it is woven throughout all of our certificates and programs within the overall diploma of behavior support. Then the final section, and probably the most important in the applicable sense, is core values. How do you get your head and your heart around the core values that are most generative, most optimal, the most important values, beliefs, and attitudes that we need to imbibe and to express in skillful ways? This is really essential to positive and proactive behavior support. And the essential nature there is that our values influence and orient everything we do. From sleeping to waking, all day and all night, our values are constantly engaged. And most of us tend to be unconscious in that process. Our values become like an operating system, and we operate out of them without really having conscious awareness. This is not a good situation to be in when you're caring for another person, or when you're in a role of helping, or when you are a disability support worker, or a mental health support worker, or when you're a psychosocial mental health coach, or when you're in a professional role and you're being paid to assist other people in daily life. So we explore a range of values that are optimal, and we encourage a process of self-reflection, self-reflexivity that enables you to learn skills to be able to self-evaluate your beliefs, attitudes, and values, and how you can change up the way that you do things to be optimal within your roles, within your caring for other people, and within your work. Couple more points to conclude then. At the end of every page in the program, there's a possibility for you to add your comments, thoughts, or questions, and we really encourage you to do that. It will help to build other people up as well, because I'm sure someone else might be thinking a very similar question to you, or thought or impression that comes up, and please share with the community, and that will build a bit of a resource at the end of each page, which is really useful for all of us. And where I can, I will respond to questions in that space as well. And if there's a particular urgency to answer particular questions, contact me directly by email. And you can do that via Dr. Bowers, just DRBOWERS at Ability Therapy Specialists with an S on the end, .com.au. That's the main email that I use every day. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that the course is linked to your community space. And the community space is contained within our site, so it's not connected with any other social media. And we wanted to do that because we wanted a more contained space without distractions. So you can engage with different topic discussions, as they're called in the system, and you can choose the topics that you want to engage with. I encourage you to make sure that you're signed up to the topic on behavior support that's relevant to your program. And by doing that, you'll focus your comments in that group. And please do whatever you want to share about yourself. That's up to you. But please be aware that we have professional confidentiality and privacy laws that we're operating within This program is based within Australia, and our standards for privacy are quite high. So we ask you to respect those rules of the topics and forums when you're engaging. And that said, please share creatively. You can upload videos. There's no limit, as far as I understand it. There's no limit on the content that you can share. And we encourage you to put up your ideas, to share documents if you have the copyright of that, or if they're materials that are online, you can easily link them and you don't have to worry about copyright. They're in the public space and you're just linking them, so it's fine. And you can do that within your post by highlighting a URL or whatever and inserting that into your content that you post to the community. We really, really appreciate your content, which builds the resources within the community, and just realize that you are lifting up other people when you're sharing your thoughts and resources in those spaces and at the end of each page of the program, and we really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your participation, and we look forward to this program with you and to your feedback and insights. Thank you so much.